Polar alignment is one of the most dreaded processes for those starting out in the world of night photography and astrophotography. However, it is simply a routine process that once we master it, we can apply without any problem. However, nowadays this process is even easier because devices are starting to appear on the market that will allow us to achieve polar alignments precise enough to get pinpoint stars in Milky Way photos and starry sky photos with wide-angle lenses, even without seeing the North Star or even from the Southern Hemisphere, where polar alignment is a somewhat more complex process. And for this, all we'll need is the help of our mobile phone. My name is Miguel Azorín, and I welcome you once again to Natural Portraits. In this video, we're going to see how to achieve a precise polar alignment using our mobile phone. Leaving aside the larger astronomical mounts, the most precise way to achieve a correct polar alignment with small star tracker mounts like these I have here is by using a polar scope. A polar scope allows us to place Polaris in the correct position within the reticle inside it, for a specific night and a specific moment during that night. This will allow us to ensure that the right ascension axis of the mount is perfectly aligned with the celestial pole. And in this way, the star tracker mount can accurately compensate for the Earth's rotation. But this method of polar alignment presents two problems. The first is that we need to have a clear and direct view of Polaris. And the second is that in the Southern Hemisphere, there is no bright star located near the celestial pole that allows us to achieve precise polar alignment. Therefore, this method is more difficult to apply in the Southern Hemisphere. Another method that has become popular recently is the use of laser pointers. Star tracker mounts from the MSM brand, such as the Rotator or the Nomad, allow for polar alignment using this method. Basically, it consists of aiming at Polaris with a green laser pointer. It's an easy, quick, and effective method that will give us enough precision to achieve pinpoint stars with wide-angle lenses. But once again, this method also has a couple of drawbacks. For example, in certain environments like astronomical observatories, the use of laser pointers is prohibited. And once again, in the Southern Hemisphere, we don't have a reference star to aim the laser at, so this method doesn't work for us. Well, polar alignment using our mobile phone is the solution to these problems. And not just for night photography, but also for daytime photography, since we'll be able to align our star tracker during the day. This, by the way, will be very useful next year for photographing the total solar eclipse on August 12, 2026, as we'll be able to position and align our mount before it gets dark, and be able to take photos of the entire eclipse process. By the way, do you still not know where you're going to go to watch and photograph the eclipse on August 12, 2026? I've left a link in the description below with the awesome plan we have prepared for next year. But although it's true that we can achieve a sufficiently precise polar alignment of our star tracker mount with our mobile phone, it's also true that we're going to need to use some kind of adapter that allows us to place the mobile phone in the right position to achieve this polar alignment. An adapter like the one we can find on the Skylabs company website. I'm going to show you how it works. As you can see here, I have two units of this Skylabs adapter, and the only difference between them is the shoe and the way it's mounted. This adapter is available in different sizes depending on the mobile phone we use. And we can buy it with different mounting shoes. For example, Vixen type shoes, Arca Swiss shoes, or Finder shoes. And the choice will also depend on the star tracker mount we intend to align with it. In this case, I have two adapters that are exactly the same, and the only difference is the mounting shoe. On this one here, I have a Vixen type shoe mounted in this position, and on this one here, I have an Arca Swiss type shoe mounted in this position. And why this position and this position? Well, because with this one, I'm going to align one of the mounts I have here, and with the other, I'll align the other mount. Additionally, the way you mount the shoe will also depend on the software you use for polar alignment. Here, I'll show you a diagram where you can see the different setups we can make with this adapter, depending on the app we're going to use for alignment and the mount we want to align. In my case, I'm going to use the PhotoPills app to align both mounts. And we're going to start with the Skywatcher Star Adventurer. To perform the polar alignment with this mount, here I have the Skylabs adapter, and here I have the Vixen style dovetail bar set up like this. And basically all I have to do is attach this. Just as if we were carefully attaching the plate from the star tracker mount itself, making sure everything is secure and properly aligned, and now I just have to gently place my mobile phone on top, and, in my case, launch the PhotoPills app. With PhotoPills open, all I have to do is go to the Stars as Points tool. And here, I open the augmented reality view. On this screen, all I need to do is align the crosshair with the center, which corresponds to the celestial pole. And for this, just like with any star tracker mount, I'll use the azimuth and altitude controls on the mount. And you might be wondering when you see this, but how is it possible that I'm doing the polar alignment this way if I have Polaris right behind me? In fact, as you can see here, we have the mount, and this is the polar axis of the mount. That is, this is the axis that points toward the celestial pole. It's pointing backward, right where we have Polaris. Well, in reality, it makes absolutely no difference. In fact, this adapter in this position allows me to do the polar alignment with the southern celestial pole, because what truly matters is that the mount's axis is perfectly aligned with the Earth's axis. That is the axis that goes from the South Pole to the North Celestial Pole. So even if I set up the adapter this way and align it with the Southern Celestial Pole, it will work perfectly to achieve a correct polar alignment in the Northern Hemisphere as well. Now, let's see how to do the polar alignment with the other mount. As you can see, in this case, we only have the equatorial wedge set up, and we still need to place the star tracker mount on top. Everything is already leveled, and we're ready to align with the equatorial wedge. Similarly, we want to align with the Earth's axis, so we need to align in this direction. Even though north is over here, I'm going to align with the south. Here I have the Skylabs adapter, and here I have an Arca-Swiss plate that I'm going to attach like this. And once the adapter is securely in place, once again I just have to simply put my phone on and open the PhotoPills app. And now, having seen the process of polar alignment with our mobile phone and these adapters, let's check the accuracy it gives us. Well, here I already have the camera set up with the MSM Nomad mount, which I'm about to turn on. The polar alignment is the one we just did a moment ago. I've assembled all the equipment, being extremely careful to move it as little as possible, maintaining that polar alignment as much as possible. So, I'm going to turn on the camera, and as for the lens, I have a 16-55 f/2.8 mounted. We'll start with a 16mm focal length and gradually increase it to see the accuracy we get with this polar alignment. So with 16mm, let's move the camera toward an area of the sky and see what we get. Let's go with this first 30-second test at 16mm. We zoom in on the image and, well, we have perfectly sharp stars. In the center of the photo, the stars are perfect. Here we have the Andromeda Galaxy, exactly what you would expect from a properly aligned star tracker mount and a shot with a 16mm focal length. Well, after seeing what we've achieved at 16mm, let's move up to 35mm. We'll keep the exposure at 30 seconds and take another test shot. Let's review this second test at 35mm, 30 seconds. Let's zoom in. I still see stars that are quite sharp. I couldn't say if they're absolutely perfect, but they're certainly perfect enough to do night photography or astrophotography using this kind of polar alignment we've done. Well, I have to say that this test at 35mm with 30 seconds has surprised me. So now let's move on to the real test. We're going to go up to 50mm of focal length. Let me remind you that I'm working with an APS-C sensor, so these 55mm would be equivalent to about 80mm on a full-frame sensor. And once again, we're going to take a 30-second exposure. Here we have the image. Let's zoom in, and I have to say it's surprising. I still see perfectly sharp stars, and once again, I couldn't say if they're absolutely perfect, but they're definitely good enough to do night photography and astrophotography with this type of polar alignment. Let's look for the Andromeda Galaxy again, which we have here almost leaving the frame at this focal length. But look at those stars. Such beautiful stars and such pinpoint stars that we've achieved with 30 seconds of exposure and a 55mm focal length on an APS-C sensor. I have to say, I am absolutely amazed by the results obtained with this polar alignment method. A polar alignment method that, as you've seen, allows us to align our mount from anywhere and at any time of day or night, literally. The Skylabs adapters I showed you in this video can be found through the link in the description of this video and in the first comment. In addition, these are quite affordable adapters that, in my opinion, are worth carrying in your camera bag so you can achieve polar alignment in any situation. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it was helpful to you. See you again in the next natural portraits video. Goodbye.